I know it's quite late. Inshallah, we won't be holding you up any more further. But we want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for coming to this event this evening. And I'm sure that most of us are spiritually rejuvenated, alhamdulillah, by the barakah of Qari Sahib and Maulana, alhamdulillah, Maulana Imtiaz Sahib. Maulana hasn't been too well, but alhamdulillah, I think he's given us the fair share, indeed. Tonight was the night wherein we had actually taken the opportunity from the bayan which had supposed to have taken place after Isha Salah. Tonight was a night of gush. And just for the youngsters who are here, just to give you a small importance and some advice, not that I need advice myself indeed, but just a few incidents which I have seen whilst traveling, and especially in the work of humanitarian work, what we have seen. I've mentioned this in this masjid before. Recently, whilst I was in Somalia, I was astonished to find out that within the land of Somalia, where there is no proper government in place, no infrastructure in place, there's no authorities in place, there's no judicial system, there's no military, there's no policing, there's no home affairs, there's no home office. But one thing we had learnt was that alhamdulillah, the work of Jamaat and the nur of the work of Jamaat is extremely strong in Somalia. When you walk in the streets and when you meet the people, and the moment they see you with the kurta, the dari, and the first question they ask you, khuruj fi sabilillah, are you out in the path of Allah Ta'ala Azza wa Jal? And then when you start interacting with the people, and then you realize that how weak we are in doing this work and how strong these people are. And not much is even known about this. But alhamdulillah, the work in the amal of Tabligh is very, very, very strong in Somalia, and it is happening. And we had the opportunity, one brother of ours from Zambia, who also joined us in this delegation to Somalia, he had managed to go in Jamaat in Somalia a few years back. And alhamdulillah, he also given us a great insight of how strong the work was in Somalia. So Allah Ta'ala Azza wa Jal has given us the opportunities. Especially we have a good passport where it's easy to get visas, not like from where I come from, South Africa, where it's such a hassle. So let us use these opportunities, and inshallah Ta'ala Azza wa Jal take these opportunities in going in the path of Allah Ta'ala Azza wa Jal. At the time of the tsunami, when we went to Banda Aceh, we did not know that there was such a massive markaz in Banda Aceh. This place was hit and affected by the tsunami. And when we got there, we realized, alhamdulillah, the amal of Tabligh is so strong here. And there is such a massive and big markaz in this area of Banda Aceh. And alhamdulillah, that became the markaz not only for Tabligh work, but also it had become the markaz of serving people and serving humanity at that time. And till to date, the Al Imdad Foundation has set up a water purification facility at the markaz in Banda Aceh. And alhamdulillah, every morning, we find a few of the brothers in that area, they had come together and they had taken the responsibility of delivering clean water into those areas that were affected by the tsunami. And alhamdulillah, it's already 8 years through, and this work is still carrying on, and this barakah is still carrying on from that markaz. When we went to Haiti is a place which is off the map. Who will ever dare of thinking of visiting Haiti? But when we visited Haiti, what we learned? Do you know how Islam came to Haiti? Islam had come to Haiti to the barakah of Tabligh. We found that there was a Jamaat a few years back from Pakistan who went there to Haiti and spent 6 months, and they taught the people about Islam and what deen is. There was no Muslims there, but they taught people what Islam is and what deen is. And they also built one masjid with their own hands and their own resources. And a beautiful, humble masjid, Masjid Yasin. And you will find that even because of lacks of kitabs and lack of paper, etc., they had written on the walls of the masjid how to perform salah, what to recite in salah, etc., etc. So for the sake of barakah, and knowing that this majalis was taken over from that bayan which had supposed to have taken place, so alhamdulillah, I thought perhaps we share these ideas with you and share what we have learned from the field with yourselves. And may Allah Ta'ala Azza wa Jal accept all our Jamaats which have gone out. Allah Ta'ala Azza wa Jal make it easy for them and accept from them, and give me the ability first to take out some time and go in the path of Allah Ta'ala Azza wa Jal, so that I can reform myself, inshallah Ta'ala Azza wa Jal, and all of us indeed. Inshallah, we make a special dua And we thank you all once again for bearing with us this evening. I'm sure most of us are spiritually rejuvenated. And we take this opportunity to make dua to Allah Ta'ala Azza wa Jal. And let us not forget those people who are sick. In particular, Brother Sahir here, his wife has just taken quite ill. We make dua for her as well. And so many other people who have taken ill, and so many other people in the world that are suffering. So all the ni'mats that we have before us, we need to show gratitude for these ni'mats. We need to appreciate these ni'mats. And let us not forget that every time in the day when we sit at the table or the dastakhan for a meal, let us not forget those people in other parts of the world who are suffering. So we'll put our hands together, we'll make a short dua inshallah.